Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from ZozoStockWatch.com, and this is your stock watch list for Wednesday, the 4th of April. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So here's an intraday chart of the SPY, and I'm going to click on here, and you can see the time there at around, I don't know, it was about 2:50 p.m. Eastern Time. If you notice here in the Trade Exchange news service, courtesy of the Trade Exchange, built for traders by traders, at about 2:47. Now, I don't know if you can see the time here. I can see it, but I'm sure it won't be big enough. But at 2:47 Eastern Time, Amazon traders circulating talk that the White House says no ongoing plans for action. All right, Amazon now circulating on social media mentions Bloomberg on above statements. So there was this little thing that came out. It was unconfirmed at first. Amazon, White House, positive comments, and that ignited the SPY. I was getting actually ready to take the TIVX here as we were starting to break down, and I don't know, the powers that be decided that they were going to release this news release. So I never my TIVX never triggered. It never hit my trigger price, and so I just canceled it. And then you see the ramp up of the SPY here into the close, and then we kind of trailed off in the after hours here. But that was exactly the time when this news came out. Amazon traders circulating, White House no longer ongoing plans for action. Now this is after like a ton of tweets by President Trump about Amazon and the Postal Service, and he was driving Amazon down pretty much, most of the day, right from the open, as you can see here, right? Then it pops up, then Trump would come out and say something. He would drive Amazon back down. You see this 1360 area holding, and then, like I said, then that news came out, or those comments came out, and that pushed Amazon up all the way up to $1,410, and that's kind of when the market just popped also. So that's pretty much what did it for the markets today on that news that I just showed you in the trade exchange. So let's go ahead and look at some other news that came out after the bell. ZSAN, closing of a public offering on ZSAN. That stock not really doing much in the after hours tonight. WPX Energy commences tender offer of senior notes. WPX, once again, this news is courtesy of the Trade Exchange. Play Dave and Buster, earnings per share beat, revenue miss, comps down 5.9% at Dave and Buster, and you could see that stock selling off on those earnings there. And then we had Alcoa, a little bit of news. Signs group annuity contracts to transfer Canadian pension obligation and assets. Let's see, AEHR, they beat by 2 cents and they beat on revenue, AEHR. So that stock was moving up in the after hours, but then slowly trailed off after that nice gain there on AEHR. Let's see if there was anything else. The AEHR affirmed revenue to exceed 50% for AEHR. So good news there, but the stock trailed off into the after hours. SENS Guggenheim initiates with a buy. SENS, $6 price target there, so a little bit of a move up in the after hours on SENS. CLDR, they beat by 13 cents. They beat on revenue, but I think they lowered their guidance. I'll see as I scroll through the news. So CLDR, they sold off in the after hours there, even though they beat on revenue and beat by 13 cents. Let's see, we had the API crude oil numbers come out at 4:30. It was a drawdown of 3.28 million. Gasoline was a build of 1.12 million. Let's check out oil. Oil did pop when the numbers came out, then kind of trailing off here for the USO. That's the ETF on oil. Some comments out about Facebook there in the after hours by Mark Zuckerberg, I think it was, and a little bit of an interview. Not much reaction to those comments. EDAP reports first U.S. cohort study results of focal HIFU prostate ablation shows promising outcomes. All right, so that was EDAP, promising outcomes. So this stock was one that I'm going to be watching. I'll give you my watch list in a few moments. So here's EDAP moving up in the after hours here on that news. Then we had CLDR. They gave mixed guidance, so that's why the stock moved down in the after hours, even with that nice earnings beat. Mixed guidance, so that pushed CLDR down. We did have some insider purchases. We had WYY with an insider purchase, FOR DXLG. DLXG with an insider director purchase there. Let's see if we had any other news. Unfortunately, there was a tragic shooting at the YouTube headquarters in California, and some people were injured. I believe there were some deaths. They did get the suspected gun person there, female shooter. Was a female shooter suspect. YouTube headquarters is deceased at the scene. So unfortunately, our heartfelt prayers go out to those that are, injured or killed by that person there in the YouTube headquarters. Let's go ahead and see if there was any other news. I think that was about it. Let's get this out of our way as far as the news. Let's go into the SPY just a little bit, and we'll just look at the SPY tonight, all right? Pretty much everything is about the same. So the SPY bulls. Showing up today, not a huge candle up, okay? Our RSI on the daily for the SPY still below the 50 spot here on the RSI. You can see it down below. Let me make it a little bigger for you. So our RSI, still holding above 30, trying to turn back up, but still below the 50 line. We were down. You see this huge candle down yesterday, a little bit of a bounce today. We're still below the 5 EMA on the daily chart here, still below the 10 and the other fast moving averages. The 50 is starting to curl over. But valiant attempt here by the bulls to hang on to the 200 SMA. All right, so they did show up. You have to give them credit there, but still a bear flag forming here on the SPY. If we do ever lose the 200 SMA, most important numbers right now on the SPY, the low of today, 256.84. Right, then after that we have the low from yesterday, 254.67, and if those two break, then you have to think we're going to retest the lows from February, 252.92. So that's just a little look at the markets, and we'll go ahead and get into the watch. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this watch list. I'm going to keep this AEHR on watch for tomorrow. It did have that move up in the after hours. There was some pullback, but I'll keep it on watch tomorrow. Next one up is BDR. Nice move up from 60 cents all the way up to about 90 cents. 1.5 million shares on BDR, communication equipment stock. So we'll see if this one has anything left in the tank for tomorrow on an intraday basis. DPW was getting buying into the close, so DPW moving up. So I'll have this one on watch just because it closed strongly. So we'll see if this one has anything left tomorrow or gives us an intraday setup. Has that 91 spot up above. We came from about 75 cents, so we'll see on that one. EBIO. Now we got a beautiful trade in EBIO today, so I'll have this one on watch again for tomorrow. You see 14.8 million shares came into it. We played it over $1.18. So right here as it was taking out the pre-market high, we called this one in the service, and it popped all the way up to $1.38 on EBIO. All right, so a nice move up there on that name on EBIO. EDAP will be on watch. That news I shared with you just before. Nice move up in the after hours, so this will be on watch. We'll see if it wants to set up. FLXN had 2.6 million shares. We got a nice pop in it. We'll see if this sets up intraday. GERN, GERN. I'm thinking, we had 1, 2, a gap down, 3, 4, 5 days. We're starting to get an up candle here. We're holding the 20 SMA here on my daily chart. So we'll see if this one wants to maybe give a bounce play tomorrow. 8.2 million shares came into GERN today. MBII, very strong stock, 1.4 million shares, riding all the fast moving averages. Now it's had a really nice move from a dollar all the way up to, this 250 area. But if this sets up intraday, we might take another look at this one. It seems a little extended though, so that's the only problem with that. MU. Micron, looking at some of the bigger names, we're trying to hold this $50 area on MU. All right, so holding above that right now and trying to get, maybe that turn back over the 5 EMA. So this one will be on watch, maybe for a possible intraday setup. MYO, about 763,000 shares traded, just under that 350 close there. So if this can get over, 355, 360 area, depending how it sets up intraday, we'll have MYO on a watch. MYOS. Now this one got an upgrade to $3.50. And it did get some volume. Volume still a little bit low, so not a favorite here. As you can see on the intraday chart, it's a very low volume stock, but we did get a pop in it, so we'll see. Not a favorite though there on that one. Now RCII had takeover chatter in the name, 3.8 million shares, kind of just below this 950 area. The high today was 951. You see it on an intraday basis right here, how the stock moved up and then kind of went sideways. So it held most of the gains after that unconfirmed news came out. So that one will be on watch. Riot was getting a pop here during the intraday session. So then it kind of gave it all back. So not too pleased with that. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see. Not a favorite. SENS, that one got the upgrade up to $6. I think it was Guggenheim, right? If I remember, I just read it. So I think it's Guggenheim, $6 price target. So we'll see if there's any thing to be had here on SENS. SSC, strong the other day, strong today, kind of trailing off under this 310 area. Here's the daily chart of it. 3.6 million shares. We had a high today of 320. So this one will be on watch. TNDM. Once again, this stock, might be overextended a bit now for a trade. We'll see if this sets up intraday, maybe some kind of red to green on TNDM. We'll see. Under Armour, nice candle here on Under Armour, and I believe they had call activity today in this name. So here's 5.2 million shares, basing under 17. You can kind of see the the consolidation going on here, right? In Under Armour. So if it can get up over 17, you might get a move in Under Armour. UAA, the other one is UA. So either one, this one's still below its 200 SMA, but I prefer UAA for me. All right, so that's that one. ExxonMobil, I'm thinking maybe the bottom is in on ExxonMobil. So I'm going to keep this one on watch. If it can ever get back over, that 75-50 area, maybe it'll start to turn the corner. It is getting back over the 10 SMA, the 5, and the 20. So, you got to start somewhere, right? So I'll have an eye on ExxonMobil. And then lastly, ZN, basing under this $5 area, took a hit, bounced, kind of just flagging here. So I'll watch this one if it can take out, 495 for that possible $5 break on ZN, and you see intraday it can make some nice moves. I'll tell you a stock that was strong today was LNG. Came up through VWAP. Now I didn't get this one, but it moved up through VWAP and was grinding up nicely today on LNG. Not a beautiful daily chart, still under the 50 SMA on LNG, but I'll have this one on watch also, LNG, and you can see kind of this wedge that you're in and under the 50 SMA LNG. All right, folks, that's it. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. If you like these videos, please hit the like button. Also, if you hit that bell, you'll be notified by email when I do a new video. And can you please hit the like button or the dislike button if you don't like these videos? I can take it, and I greatly appreciate the support. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell button, hit all the buttons you can. Thank you so much. Have a great evening, everybody. Good trading for tomorrow.